Hey everyone, I am THPine and welcome to Renowned Explorers International Society. What is Renowned Explorers International Society, we ask? I like to call it a strategic exploration game with turn-based tactical encounters. It's gonna release today on the 2nd of September and this is what it looks like. So we're in the middle of an encounter, and I say encounter instead of combat for a reason, because yes, we can win this encounter by fighting, but we don't have to. So we can either use our characters. We have three explorers here. We can use one of our characters to move over here to beat this wolf with our knife in the face by using the attack action and hit him pretty hard, and this will deal a lot of damage to his spirit. Well, actually all of his spirit. His spirit is gone, we defeat him, he's done. So that's one way, but instead of using our weapons, we can use our speech as well, which can be very effective. Actually, we can use our speech in two different ways. We can either be friendly or we can be devious. And if we break the spirit of the opponent, they will be defeated by either being dead when we attack them, or them being encouraged or excited by our cause and help us and not gonna try to stop us, or being scared away or being totally going crazy because we provoked them too much. So basically, how do we do that? Well, we do it basically very simple. Well, basically, we do it very similar to attacking. So what we do is we move in range. Let me check really quick. Okay, it's a melee attack. So we move over here and we choose our devious attack, which is terrify. So we're trying to terrify the wolf. The old granny is trying to terrify the wolf. That sounds like a great plan. Well, it seems to be very effective, apparently, I think. There we go. He's very terrified. His spirit is really low, and now he's terrified. So he's really scared. It should be easy to beat him now with our last explorer, which is Yvonne Lev. How do you pronounce that name? I have no idea. So, well, we try to sadden the wolf additionally now. Or maybe we sadden the other wolf? No. Let's sadden this wolf to take him out. So we make him not only very frightened, but also saddened. And that will break his spirit. Aw, poor wolf. And now he just wants to be alone and leaves. There we go. So only one wolf left. It's his turn though, so let's end the turn. So this game has a lot of mechanics. It's really complex. I'm trying to explain them all, but this will make this video very long. So yeah, it's probably get very long. I will not go over all the mechanics and encounters in this first encounter. I will go in depth on other mechanics in later encounters. Let's focus on the basic stuff for the first encounter, shall we? So one wolf left. So again, we're trying to attack him, but either physically or with speech. And there is something else below the spirit meter. You can see the state of mind. It can be negative, neutral, or positive. And it's basically the emotion, or well, basically no, it's the basis for emotion. So if the state of mind is positive, you can get positive emotions, which can have positive effects. Well, actually, there's one positive emotion which has a negative effect. I think it's impressed. Yeah, if you're impressed, you lose 25 speech defense, which makes you more vulnerable to speech attacks. And if your state of mind is negative, you can get negative emotions, which have negative effects. So, for example, we can try to terrify this wolf again, which makes him terrified, which is a negative state of mind, and which will reduce his attack by 25%. So let's actually do that. There we go. So we choose this wolf, and as earlier, the granny is scaring the wolf. Now he's terrified, and his attack is lowered by 25%, which is good. But it doesn't really matter because we'll just finish him off now. I think we're gonna impress him, because why not? Just for the funsies. Let's impress the wolf by telling him a great story about sailing, I guess. And now the wolf is impressed by me and doesn't want to stop me anymore. So we beat the encounter. We get some rewards. Our granny is actually getting some buffs for this expedition. And well, yeah, let's go with that. So the best way to beat such animals is by showing them who's boss. The wolves become intimidated by your presence and flee. The fleeing wolves are followed by crying pups. They make away safely. Well, fine for them, fine for me as well. So this is the expedition map. We're on an expedition right now. We're trying to get there. We have limited resources to do so. We have supplies up here, 6 out of 7. And we have to pay supplies to move from one node to another. Not every node is a node can be an encounter, but it doesn't have to. It will show actually those symbols show what you can expect from the nodes, and there's a special symbol for encounter. So I know if I go here there will be no encounter, but I might gain some status, and if I go here there might be a well, there will be a nature challenge, and I might get some research. I think we're going for this one right now. So now something happens, like in every node you get an event basically. Your crew stops at an open field. Delicious rare mushrooms are growing here in small troops. These delicious, how do you pronounce that word anyway? I don't know. Those mushrooms will go down great at parties or as gift to other renowned explorers. Renowned explorers is, by the way, like a guild, I guess, of explorers, and you're trying to become the best explorer ever. So we gain 2 campaign tokens. Those tokens up here are basically our rewards at the end of the expedition. The more we get, the more better our rewards. So it's really good to stack those. You can see what they give. Like at the end of the expedition, we gain 15 to 20 gold and 10 to 15 status, and some renown for every encounter token, and we gain 10 to 15 status and some renown for every campaign token, which is good. I think we go over here. Yeah, there's a treasure. Let's go there. Treasures are always good. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the forest, a huge cliff stands before you. Such a geological rarity often holds some exceptional treasures. Yvonne orders the crew to look around. Okay, the crew examines the cliff. The crew comes back to make an action plan. What? Oh, the crew, not the cliff. I'm not sure why I thought the cliff. For some reason my brain was like the cliff comes back. But anyway, never mind. Agatha mentions that there's plenty to find at the foot of the cliff. Maybe a survivalist or an athlete would be able to climb the dangerous cliff and look for more specific treasures. Okay, so you can have different explorers for every playthrough. This is kind of a roguelite, so you're supposed to play multiple times with different characters, and they all have different abilities and basically classes and stuff like that. So if I have a survivalist or an athlete, I can make special actions here, and I think Kiwi is a survivalist. Yes, she's a level 1 survivalist, so she can take this special action to climb the cliff now, which is usually better than the regular options. So let's do that. Let's see if we can find something. Kiwi goes for it and starts climbing a cliff with limited gear. A very daring endeavor. What kind of treasure is Kiwi looking for? So we can look for quartz, fossil, sapphire crystals. I don't know, crystals sounds pretty good. Let's go for crystals. Okay, looking for treasure here might be dangerous, but after a long search, Kiwi finally finds a real treasure worth taking home. So we got some research thingies, I think, and we get a real treasure as well. Oh, that's cool. Treasures are always good. Treasures are special items that give you, well, most of the time, an immediate reward and sometimes a permanent buff as well. At least for this playthrough, obviously. Not like there's no global progression in this game, so you will only have those treasures for this playthrough. For this crew, I guess. Plus 1 study whenever you enter a nature challenge for the first time. And we got 50 renown and 1 insight. Insight is a token again. So we get more study whenever we do a nature challenge, so that's good. Because we have that treasure. A remarkable find. Not many can claim to have found something like this in such a strange place. Such a discovery is sure to be appreciated at the renowned explorers. The crew turns its attention back to the big prize on this island, the Druidic Circle. Yeah, that's the goal of this expedition. So we just got a discovery token, which is basically a better study token. There are always multiple variants. So the study token gives research, and the discovery token gives a lot of research and some gold as well. There's like a better campaign token as well. I think it's I think it's secret or something, or mystery. And then there are, I don't think there are better encounter tokens. What's the last kind of token? Treasures, the treasure hunt. And what's the smaller one? Collect token and treasure hunt token. Yeah, but we will find them later. So we could go here, but this is basically the last node, the main node of this expedition, and we did not use all of our supplies yet. So it's worth to look around first around the island. So let's do that. Do we go here, research, or here? Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess we go here. So, the crew walks over some fallen trees in the forest when Yvonne slips and falls. Oh no! Yvonne goes tumbling down before landing bottom first on a rotten trunk, breaking the trunk in two. Ouch. Agatha can't keep it in and bursts out laughing as Yvonne rolls on the ground in pain. Ha! She's a bitch. It takes at least 1 full minute before I get a notice that the rotten trunk has something interesting, some interesting mold samples. Agatha mockingly thanks Yvonne for the research. Great, so we got 2 study, that's good, 2 study tokens, more research, always good. So we could go here, this is an encounter, so this might be an encounter. or a counter can happen depending on our choices. Let's put it that way. We have 3 more supplies. We will get some supplies here. This is the token for extra supplies. I kind of want to go for this 1, 2... Oh, actually, this is free to move from here to here. You can see the 0 in between the 2 nodes. So 1, 2... Yeah, that's fine. Let's go for the encounter. So we go for the encounter. Oh, it's the sheep encounter. It's it's the best encounter. Some cuddly sheep are fond on the crew and keep surrounding you. It makes it hard to move when you have to do something. Engage the sheeps! Yes, we don't have to kill the sheeps. We can just make them very excited for our cause. Or we can scare them away if we want to. So let's ignore this screen really quick. I will explain that later. So in this encounter I will go a little bit more in depth on other things about encounters. So you can see this bar up here. This is the attitude bar. Well, the mood and attitude bar, I guess. So this is our attitude. We don't have done anything yet in this encounter, so we don't have an attitude yet. And this is the opponent's attitude. Sheeps are friendly, obviously, so their attitude is friendly. And this is the mood. The mood is based on the attitude. So attitudes can be friendly, devious, or aggressive. And, well, basically there are 9 combinations of your attitude and the opponent attitude. Like friendly, 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 devious, friendly, aggressive, so on and so on. And the mood, like there are 9 different moods for every combination, and those moods give you buffs or debuffs on your explorers. Basically, if the opponent is friendly and you're aggressive, then you get a positive mood, and if the opponent is friendly and you're devious, then you get a negative mood, for example. So so let's try to show that instead of just talking about it. So let's scare the sheeps away, because my group's actually pretty good at scaring people away. Yeah, let's do that. So we move over here somewhere. Let's go here. And use Terrify again. So the old grandma is still very terrifying, especially to sheeps. So this seems to be very effective. So let's do that. Bam! Sheep is very, very terrified. Terrified of your crew and runs away, and then goes off. And now it's oh, it actually disappears. Sometimes they stay and will cheer for you. Well, I guess not if they are terrified, but if you're friendly to them, they might. So as you can see, we have a devious attitude now, and the sheeps are friendly, so our mood is tyrannizing. So we get, wait, oh actually we get, oh yeah, obviously, as I said earlier, being devious is bad when the opponent is friendly. So we get minus 30 speech defense. I still want to be devious though, but we can use some friendly actions in between. So our attitude does not change for every move we do, so we can go over here and use impress, for example, to impress a sheep, because yeah, let's just impress the sheep because we can. Hi sheep, I have a great story about a sailing boat, and now it doesn't wish to stop me anymore, and it's standing here and it's friendly now, so that's cool. We're still devious though. Well, as you can see up here, this changed a little bit. Basically, for every like this shows how many friendly actions or aggressive actions you have to do to change your attitude. I'm not 100% sure why. Oh, I did 2 friendly, apparently. What? Maybe that was a double. I don't know. Not sure. I got 2 points in friendly for some reason. I thought I would only get 1 for that. Well, 2 is okay as well. It's still not 3. So actually, I'm confused now. Why did that give 2? Maybe because we defeated as well. I'm not sure. Basically, if you do multiple friendly actions, it will change to friendly, and if you do multiple aggressive action, it will change to aggressive. It's not always 3, it depends on the attitude and stuff. So let's move over here and do a devious action again. Let's enrage a sheep. So we enrage the sheep. Ha! You're a snake! No, I'm a sheep! Ha! It loses it and goes crazy and runs away. It's really, really, really angry now. Anyway, let's end the turn. So that's about mood and attitude. So let's talk about, as soon as the sheep is finished with failing at impressing me, I guess. It really loves me. Well, a kiwi, I guess. So that breaks some of my spirit, but we should be fine. So let's talk about this bar on the left. So this is our, well, overall attitude in the battle. This doesn't is not directly connected with this attitude, but indirectly. Every move we do gives us points in those 3 attitudes. So far we did mostly devious actions, so we have a lot of devious points. And at the end of the encounter, the one with the most points will be well, defining for our rewards. So as you can see here, there's a little campaign token. If we finish the encounter with a devious overall attitude, or an overall attitude of devious, we get a campaign token. If we are friendly, we get an encounter token. Well, additionally, we get some encounter tokens anyway. So if we go aggressive, we only get the basic reward, and if we do devious or friend, we get more rewards. So let's try to finish this. Devious should be easy, because we can just finish them off now. So we we told that sheep to be stinking, I think. It's really depressed now and runs away. And Grandma is doing a great job at terrifying animals, so let's do that again. I didn't even notice. She like says, you're just really bad. Like, you're C grade. And it runs away. So we got the extra campaign token, and we got the basic reward, which is 2 encounter tokens. And Grandma got some extra grit and speech power, which is stats. Grit is like dodge, basically. Yeah, it's dodge. So you get 1 reward for one of your explorers for every encounter as well. For the rest of the expedition only, though. It's only, yeah, for this expedition. So scaring away the sheep was easy. Now the crew can continue without the edge of dirty wool all around you. Okay, cool. Fine. So let's go over here. As you can see, there's a 0. So traveling here doesn't cost supply, which is good. One of those rainy days, you see a feather lying beneath a small tree. The feather is both magnificent and valuable. Cool. So we got some free stuff. Good. Oh, I just noticed we leveled up. So let's level up our characters. Let's take a look at this screen anyway. So we have the portrait over here. Then we have our skills over here. Everyone has a revive skill. You unlock more skills later by leveling up. Well, we unlock 1 now, so that's good. What's that? Oh, we got the buff for fighting. This is our equipment. Every character has 3 item slots. 1 for, I think, trinkets, aggressive, and defense. Or offense and defense. So we have an Exploring for Dummies book, which gives 1 speech power, and a Rusty Ring, which gives 1 speech defense. Great. Pretty shitty items, but we'll get better better ones later on. So then we have perks. Perks are basically not your profession, but... Well, your profession, but not your class. That's a good way to like describe it. So this is your class. This character is a scientist, and this is your profession, and you have multiple perks in your profession. So she's an ecologist, level 2, and she has the perks architecture and history. Basically, the amount of perks you have is the level of this profession, and you get buffs for every perk in a profession. So for every perk in the ecologist profession, we get 2 speech defense and 1 speech. So as it says there. So we can get another perk now. For example, we can get ecologist symbolism because we leveled up, or we can get tactician military history. So if we take this, we get ecologist level 3, and we get 2 more. We can actually check. We can get 2 more speech defense and 1 defense. Or we can go for this, which gives us a new profession on level 1, tactician. And it gives us some attack power and armor. I think going for the speech stuff is better. So let's unlock this. You can see we get a 3rd perk here. And we unlock this skill. Lecture. Let's take a look. I don't know this yet. It's a speech skill or devious skill, which deals damage or has an effect of 50% of our speech power, which is not too much, but I guess it gets buffed. Yeah, it does. It has 100% hit chance, which is good. It's an AoE skill. Range point means that it's like an AoE. I will show it's like a circle. Pretty big one apparently, 3 tiles. Has a cooldown though. Most skills don't have, like the basic skills don't have cooldowns, but the special skills have. So 4-turn cooldown. The target becomes saddened if it is negative and in a negative state of mind. And yeah, it gets stronger, like it gets extra power for every turn I don't use it when it's off cooldown. So that seems like a pretty good attack actually. Yeah, sounds good. Can deal up to 125% of speech damage to multiple targets. That's pretty effective. I'm happy to use that. So let's take a look at stats really quick. So we're speech power, which is the effectiveness of your speech attacks. Speech defense. Yeah, defense against speech, attack power, and armor, same for physical attacks, and movement, the amount of tiles we can move per turn. You always move your full movement, or up to your full movement, and then use your attack. If you use your attack before moving, you cannot move anymore. And grid is your dodge chance. So okay, let's take a look at the other characters. So she's a survivalist and she's a scout. So her class is scout, her profession is survivalist, level 2. She has hunting and navigation perks, or the hunting and navigation perks. We can get trekking, or we can get archaeologist. I don't think we need more grid. I think going for archaeologist is better because it gives us some more speech stats. So let's take that. So now she's multi-class basically. Well, not multi-class, but multi-professions. She's an archaeologist level 1 and a survivalist level 2. And this will have multiple effects on on events on the expedition map, by the way. As you could see earlier, she could climb because she's a survivalist and stuff like that. So and spirit is the last set I ignored so far. It's your, well, as I explained earlier, basically your life bar kind of. And yeah, that's that. Let's take a look at Yvonne. So she's a speaker, and there's a 4th class, which is a fighter, but you only can pick 3 characters, so you cannot pick all classes. And she's a beggular, level 2. So let's see, do we want this or this? I'm pretty sure we want this. Yeah, beggular charm sounds good. There we go. Okay, so let's continue our expedition. We go over here to get some extra supplies. Nice, you found a grove full of eatable berries, vegetables, and clean water. This will allow you to restock some of your supplies. 3 supplies, oh, that's pretty good. 4 more moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, actually, we have to skip one. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially. Yeah, let's go here. The crew traverses an area that looks like it has never been trodden before. Kiwi finds a weird, colorful stone that looks valuable. The crew goes to take a look. Okay. Sadly, a closer look shows the stone is no gold or gemstone. The crew dismisses the stone as some common pebble. I guess if I would have had... Not sure why it could not take the challenge. Might be random, might be based on my classes, but I have a survivalist, so it should be able to take this challenge. I'm not sure why it did not allow me to. Maybe I'm missing some requirement. Let's go here, yeah, that makes sense. So let's go here. The outdoors are not for everyone, but walking in such a pristine landscape is bound to inspire someone to gain a passion for biology. Oh, cool. So someone learns biology perk. Let's go with Agatha, I guess. The tweeting birds little bugs that fact that no 2 trees are the same, yet they might all be one family. Agatha is finally grasping the beauty of it all and gains the naturalist biology perk. Oh, it's a naturalist perk? Then I should have given it to Kiwi, I guess. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. Might have been a little bit more useful on Kiwi. So as you can see, now she's a naturalist. Actually, maybe it's good on her. It gives speech defense. Well, they can all benefit from that, so... Let's go here. Sometimes you find a natural phenomenon that is worth researching. However, if you approach it incorrectly, your data might be useless. So now we have a challenge, and we can choose who will take it. So based on the classes, no, the professions, you gain boni. So we have 10% base chance. Then we get stats can influence this as well. So we get 13.4% on Kiwi for her speech defense. No, on Yvonne. Kiwi has a lower speech defense, so she only gets 12%, and Agatha has a higher one, so she gets 20%. Additionally, she's a scientist and a naturalist, which gives us even more %. So we have a higher chance of success. However, they give different rewards as well. As you can see, the bonus changes. And if we fail, we lose one resolve, which is really bad. Resolve is basically your global life, kind of. So if you lose all your resolve, your game over. As you can see, we only have 2. That's bad. Now we only have 1 left. Resolve is up here. So that's really bad, because every time one of your explorers goes down, so loses all his spirit, you lose 1 resolve. So the next encounter is actually really dangerous for me, and I could fail this expedition, which is the first expedition, which is supposed to be really easy. Well, sadly, Agatha was not fully sharp and failed to find anything interesting about it. The other crew members, biased by Agatha, cannot look at the phenomenon objectively. You leave without any significant finds. That's really bad. So let's hope we just manage to survive this last encounter. So we could go explore more. Go over here, for example. But the thing is that we only have one supply left. So if we go here, we will be run out of supplies, which will have negative effects. Every turn you are without supplies, you will gain one negative effect for the rest of the expedition. For example, one of your characters loses speech defense or some other stats. So let's avoid that and just go to the final thingy. The Druidic Circle must be somewhere around. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. You can come back to this place when you wish to continue later. Are you ready to go? Yes, we are. Onwards. The crew vigorously, right? Oh, my English. Sorry. Searches through the dense forests. It doesn't take long before you find it. A standing stone circle. The ruined main menhir must contain valuable information to study. It will surely skyrocket your reputation at the renowned explorers. However, you hear a familiar laughter. Oh no! Behind you stands the French explorer Rivelo, I guess, who is considered to be the most promising of the renowned explorers. He got here just before you did. Thank you, amateur! Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out. Sorry. And I really need to take the main menhir to impress a lady. Explain all the hard work you had to do to get here. Rivelo looks amused. Oh please, explorer, we both know that this treasure is better off in my hands. Allow my sharp companion, Amir Akhtar, to explain it to you in clearer words, while I take the menhir. Hey, wait a minute! Before anyone can stop Rivelo, his crew scout Amir stops you. What's your problem, my friend? Goodness me, not God, no, not goodness, doesn't have anything to do with God. Goodness me, there's no need to yell. Defend yourself. Start a rank 2 encounter, okay. So this is the final encounter of this expedition. Let's hope we don't lose anyone, because that would mean game over, which would be kind of annoying. On the other hand, it would be good for demonstration purposes. So in this encounter, we will not only gain an extra campaign token if we be devious, we as well have an impact on the story of this expedition. So if we be friendly, Amir thinks we're weak, which is bad. If we're devious, Amir will admire our sharpness, and if we're aggressive, he will be mightily impressed. So we're trying to be devious, which is the easiest for us, so we should be fine if we don't go down. Well, we got all the special abilities, which might be good. What are the other ones? So she has this AoE thingy, which is really good. Oh, it's a cone, okay. But it deals a lot of damage, I think. No, wait, that was someone else. What's her one? No, it's... Yeah, it's a... That's not point. That should not be point. That should be cone. Not sure why it does say point. So this one is pretty strong, but we kind of want to charge it up. What does she have? The ride. 125% speech, that's pretty good. Range 2 tiles, one single target though. And we enrage the target. Oh, and heals the user. Okay, that's cool. So we wait until she took some damage, I guess. It will draw aggro though, so people will start focusing her. And Loudmouth, which is 50% speech damage, which is not... Oh, plus 25% speech per surrounding enemy. So it's good if anyone is around her. It's only on herself though. What does it do? Target becomes enraged. Gives 30% grit to Kiwi. What's the power it does though? Does it heal? It doesn't say so. I'm a little confused by this actually. I'm not sure what it does. We're gonna find out, I guess. So I kind of want to be devious. At the same time though, starting with a friendly move might be good, because the first move will set our starting attitude, and being in a friendly mood is good. Oh, a friendly attitude is good for our mood, because the enemies are devious as well. So let's start with the friendly move. Potentially. Oh, we can actually take them out with this, so that's good. Where's the guy there? So in the boss battles, usually the goons are respawning. So let's try to get over here and finish him off as quickly as possible. So I think we stay here because we're kind of out of range here, so that's good. We stay here and use Impress on that guy. Actually, no, I should have moved and attacked another guy. So he's super impressed, doesn't want to stop us anymore. So we just got the Persuasive Mood, which gives us 30 speech defense, which is good because the enemies will attack us with speech attacks because they're devious. Let's take a look at them actually. So they have a weakness against confidence. So if we do a confidence attack, we will deal extra damage, which is good. And this guy has a weakness for confidence as well. Amir is the scout of Rivalu's crew and a devious bully. He can destroy the confidence of a saddened person, but doing so lowers his crit. Okay, so let's try to not get saddened. Do we have... no, we don't have confident attacks. That sucks. Should be able to attack this guy though. So let's move over here and use Sadden to take him out. He's really sad because we basically told him he's a stinker, I guess. And oh yeah, she's really quick, so we can actually attack him this turn if we want to. Do we want to though? I think we do. Let's move over here and use Enrage on him. Oh yeah, it deals decent amount of damage. Let's definitely do that. Blah blah. Oh, we fumbled. Too bad. So we failed. It has a fail chance. It was 80%. That's not the correct move. Oh, but actually it's his crit, I guess. Yeah, 20% dodge chance. So we enter turn. Yeah, we enter turn. Hopefully nobody goes down. That would be good. Okay, he's attacking her. What? Did he just told her that she made in her pants? I think he did. I love the animations, by the way. Like their art style and animations in this game are great. Okay, he fumbled. Good. It's brilliant. What was that attack again? 2 shots, single target, with a lot of damage. We can actually just attack him with that. It's probably a good idea. 3 range, so we can move down here. Use this. Deal a lot of damage. Heal ourselves. You're a dummy. He's really really mad about it. That was the cone attack. Well, it gets stronger though if we wait longer. Are we able to take him down this turn though? Maybe. Let's use Enrage again. We might be able to take him out. You're slow like a snake. Yeah, we should be able to take him out. Let's get over here. Let's actually use Lecture, because why not? So we'll take him out. There we go. Gets a lecture by the old lady. And he's just beyond words and just wants to be alone now. Great, so we got some buffs, some tokens, I mean. Well, a buff as well, but the expedition is over, so that doesn't matter. Amir's tone suddenly changes. Good job, my friend. You are as sharp as a knife. Those who know how to hurt with words are truly mighty. I'd like to pay tribute to you with some research papers. Good luck, my friend. He leaves to follow Rivalu, who somehow managed to get away with the whole men here. God damn it, our words cut like swords. To study, and all our crew members gain speech permanently increased by 1. That's great. Rivalu is gone with the main men here. The most interesting and telling scriptures were on it. Suddenly, a hooded figure appears on the scene. A druid pops out of the forest. Amazing! I saw how you handled that encounter just now. Defeating a foe with insults and manipulation. A remarkable skill. I'm honored that someone like you is looking for a history. Allow me to help with the divination. Please tell me, what is the dream you chase? Okay, basically, we can choose our reward here. So we can either be famous. So this should give us the green stuff. Wealthy should give us gold, and this should just give us study stuff, so science. So let's go for famous. Fame, of course. I know a Celtic burial site with items to bedazzle the world. The druid leads the crew and suddenly stops to tell the crew to start digging. The crew finds popular truffles and a unique treasure. Awesome. So 3 campaign tokens and a treasure. A Celtic cross. Okay, this gives some renown, another insight. Good. 2 research. Oh, we gain, okay. Those tokens, as I explained earlier, give you rewards at the end of the expedition. And those rewards are based on multiple things. Like they give some basic stuff, but they can get buffed by treasures and crew, basically. Like you can get helpers and other stuff. So basically this treasure gives us a buff to our study token. So every study token will give +2 research. And we gain 6 campaign tokens, so that's pretty good. Let's see. With this last find, your expedition still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Rivalu. No, it's personal. Back to London. Okay, let's get back to London. So, first expedition clear. Let's get our resources. So, okay, now we got A reputation, yeah, reputation is the word. Say so. You've built a reputation. So you can have a reputation being devious, aggressive, or friendly. I'm not 100% sure yet what your reputation does. I think it affects how enemies treat you, or like encounters treat you and stuff. But I'm not 100% sure yet. It changes after, or can change after every expedition. So if you ended your most encounters on a devious attitude, you will get a devious reputation, and so on. So we got 2 treasures, and we got a bunch of resources because we got a lot of tokens, especially campaign tokens. So we got a lot of status, which is good because that's really useful. And now we continue back to the world map. Well, first we read the newspaper. So, small discoveries, interesting findings from some inspiring upstart explorers. Exotic location uncovered in the Irish Isles by promising explorer Yvonne Lefevre. I don't know. Explorer Society board members are excited as the progress of this classy crook. Okay, cool. So we are on the last place in the explorer ranking, and this guy is the first one. So we have 182 renown, and we have to beat him. So we have to get 2,500. That's the goal of the game. We have a few more expeditions to do so. A magnificent job. The board of the Renowned Explorers International Society is impressed by your exploration skills on the Highlands. For this achievement, Chairman Pickerton gives you an upgrade to your airship. This always happens after the first expedition, by the way, which will allow you to carry more supplies. Great. So we gain this treasure, which upgrades our supply maximum. We gain another insight, which is good as well. Pinkerton tells you, we're pleased that you are aiming to become the #1 explorer. However, I wonder if you can beat the already successful Rivaloo. We hope that you will uncover many secrets in your endeavor. The society has many leads as to where secrets may lie in wait. You can do 4 more expeditions before the most renowned explorer is elected, so make them count. Okay, so basically we have the starting expedition and then 4 more we can choose from to gain those 2,500 renown points. I'm not sure what happens afterwards. There might be like some final mission or something. Well, expedition, not mission. Now it tells us to use our stuff and where the help menu is. So this is the world map. So before we go to the next expedition, we can do 4 things. You can do them in any order, but for a beginner, I recommend starting. Wait, actually start with research, I think. Yeah, start with the research. Well, starting with research is good. Not necessarily. You can start with the other thing as well. But okay, let's keep it simple. So you can do them all at the same time. But for a beginner, I would recommend start with research. So research. Every research you do will increase the cost for the next one. So you unlock those trees, and then you can unlock those researches in the tree. I think this one is actually pretty good for the beginning because it makes researching quicker. And you get this one, which is cool as well. It makes upgrading your buildings cheaper. Is this one good actually? What does it do? More stuff from encounters. Oh, this is actually pretty good as well. Oh, an extra resolve. That's good. Actually, let's go for this one. Unlock Chronicles. So we gain more research from encounters. And we gain 50% stat gain from perks. That's pretty good as well, actually. Yeah, let's take this. This gives extra tokens. Oh, good as well, but no, let's go. Oh, actually, wow, wait. Gain 1 extra token from each job where you spend insight on the world map. That's good, but it's. I think both might be fine. Let's just go for this for now. So now, as you can see, the research costs has gone up to 20. We have 67 left, so we should be able to do 2 more or so. Yeah, let's go for. Actually, wait. How high is our? We got 2 resolve. You get 2 resolve after each expedition, I think. Might be a good idea to get those. No, let's gamble and get this because this is actually pretty good. You can choose 1 emotion that will have a stronger effect. Not bad, boy. I really want this first. More stuff from encounters is always good. So let's take this. Okay, so first, research. Second, go to the entourage thingy in Stockholm. Or you can click here or here. No, wait. Actually, this is just our. Yeah. No, this doesn't help. So this is our current helpers and specialists. We don't have any. And this is how you get them. So basically, every pin on the map is 1 location. So these are the 5 pins. On 3 of them, you can I will show you what you can do there in a moment. One is an item shop and one is an entourage in the beginning. You unlock more when you do expeditions. So let's go here first. What we can do here is spend our status to gain helpers and specialists. I think specialists can be good, but you actually have to use them. Actually, those are pretty good for my team, because they give me extra tokens if I end an encounter in a devious attitude, which I most of the time will do. But I actually want helpers, because I think helpers are stronger, at least in the beginning. Helpers increase the gain from your tokens. So since we have a lot of status tokens, or campaign tokens, it makes sense to gain some lobbyists, I think. Especially because it will allow us to get even more helpers. So that sounds like a good start. So let's do that. Actually, there are a lot of lobbyists now. We can upgrade it to get more lobbyists. Or we get a specialist. I'm hesitating because there's a research which makes this upgrade cheaper, but we're in the wrong tree, so we're not getting it anyway anytime soon. So I think we just get the upgrade and gain more lobbyists. Yeah, there we go. And we're almost out of status anyway. We can take one of the cheaper ones. What is this one giving? Status from encounters. Oh, that's cool as well. More research, more gold. Let's go for a student. Actually, you might want to save it. No, we save it to upgrade the shop. That makes sense. Let's save the money for now. Okay. So as I said, first research, second entourage, third you spend your insight. So insight is spent in cities to gain tokens. There are 3 cities available in the beginning, so we can go to London to gain some collect tokens. Depending on who is giving the lecture, we gain different amount of tokens. So we could send Kiwi to hold a lecture in London to gain 2 collect tokens, or we could go to Paris and talk to the people there, and we can get 2 what's it called, campaign tokens, or we can go to Berlin and gain 2 research tokens. I think I want to focus on status right now, because that allows us to gain more stuff from our tokens. Actually, wait, I'm just thinking, because actually I had a wrong thought in my when I said, like, I had a God damn it, words. I confused myself. I was kind of confused. Like, I'm not sure anymore if this order makes sense, because I was thinking that the helpers actually give me more tokens for spending insight, but they actually don't. They give me more rewards for... Well, it still makes sense though, because I get tokens now, so I get the rewards for the tokens. So I get more rewards. So it still makes sense. Yeah, okay. Ignore the last 30 seconds. Let's just continue on. So we do this. We spend 1 insight to gain 2 tokens here. There we go. We got a bunch of status. And this actually allows us to gain maybe more helpers. Well, lobbyists, we're out of lobbyists. We could upgrade it, but then we're out of status anyway. No, let's just spend them as well here. This will actually... No, okay, yeah, okay. So we upgrade it now, which gives us another lobbyist. No, it's too expensive. We cannot pay for it. Okay, let's get another one. Okay, last insight spent. Now we can go here. Upgrade this. Get another lobbyist. There we go. Okay, now we're completely out of status, so we will not be able to upgrade the item shop, but that's okay. So last but not least, research, and entourage, spend your insight, go to the shop. So we could upgrade it with 50 status, which would enable better items. Well, we don't have status left, so we have to take what we get. Those items are not that good, but they're usually better than what we have already. So it's usually good to take them. How much money do we have? 174. So we can get like 1 for 100 and 1 for 50. Or 2 for 85. That would be 160, 170. Yeah, that's better. Let's take those 2. So we buy this and this. And we sell some of those. Wait, what? Where's the... Oh, damn it, we have to sell 2. Huh. Okay, maybe... Well, now we have 20 gold left. Maybe I could have bought something better with that. Wait, what does it give? 3 speech power? Actually, not sure if that was clever at all. That was probably not optimal. But anyway, it's okay for demonstration purposes. So, anything else I have to explain here? No, I don't think so. We can take a look at our characters if we want to. You can switch inventory and level them up if possible. You can take a look at what your tokens give you here. And you can go to the next expedition. And here's our renown. 247 after the first expedition is pretty good, actually. So, those locations, those expedition locations are always the same. But the expedition itself is randomized. So this is... Yeah, there's a lot of randomization in this game. Basically. So there's always the Hungarian Fort with the level 2 and the Caribbean Island with level 2 and always the Memphis Desert with level 3, for example. But what happens there is different, and they always unlock the same stuff as well. So this will unlock an entourage shop in Constantinople. I think they always unlock the same thing, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I might not. No, I think they do. I think they do. Let's not hop into another expedition though, because you know how expeditions work now already. So let's actually go back to the main menu and show you other stuff. So I think let me think a moment. Did I cover all the basic game mechanics? I think I did. I hope I did not miss anything, but you should have a good idea now. So let's go quit to the main menu. I should save first. Give me a second. Can you save? Quit the main menu. There we go. So, what happens if you start a new game? Let's take a look. So, if you start a new game, you first choose Discovery Mode or Adventure Mode. Discovery Mode is basically regular play, and Adventure Mode is Ironman mode. So, game saves automatically. If you lose, it's game over. You can't restart. While in Discovery Mode, you can save at will and load all save files. Adventure Mode is obviously more fun, but for the purpose of recording stuff, I did choose the other mode. I forgot the name already, goddammit. For the playthrough you just saw, but I usually play Iron Man, what I do so far, and I probably will do so in the future. So, you choose your crew. You can see there are 20 different crew members for 4 different classes: Scientist, Scout, Fighter, Speaker. They all have different abilities, different stats, different starting items. Well, starting items are always the same, I think, maybe. No, actually, no, they're not always the same, but they're kind of the same. Like, there's not that much variance. They just switch one stat or something. But you can choose whoever you want for your crew. But for the captain, you can only choose the ones you have unlocked. You have 4 unlocked in the beginning. I think Earl... No. Anna, Harry, Victor, and Yvonne. Those are the ones you can choose as a captain or... yeah, team leader, whatever, at the beginning of the game, and you have to unlock the other ones to be the team captain, and you unlock them by just taking them as a regular crew member and play with them. So basically, I have to take Philippe Benzuzon. What is this name? French? Is he French? No, he's Turkey? No, Algeria. Oh. Sorry! Sorry. No, that's not a Turkey flag. What am I talking about? I just saw a moon and was like, oh, that's Turkey. No, it's not. So I have to take him in 3 expeditions to enable him as a leader. Not 3 playthroughs, 3 expeditions. So basically, you unlock most of them in 1 playthrough if you don't fail too early, I guess. For example, I think I unlocked him with only 2. So some of them are unlocked with 2 only, some of them are unlocked with 3 or 4. And they all have different special captain abilities. So Victor, for example, gives extra gold per encounter, and Earl gives extra collect tokens whenever you do a research paper. Research papers are they're using the insight, if I remember correctly. And this one gives extra study when you solve an encounter friendly, stuff like that. And for the regular crew members, they don't have special abilities, but they still bring their regular stuff. So you have a description here, what they are good at. You can take a look at the details, like at the stats and the skills and the perks and stuff like that. And it actually recommends teams to use. So it says that Molly should be used with John, Pete, and Earl. together in a team. Which is, yeah, which you can follow, but you don't have to. You should, however, like, you should take 3 different classes if you don't want to make it extremely hard for you. You can see how your team is balanced up here, so if it's more friendly or devious or aggressive. Like if we pick three of those guys, for example, it gets pretty friendly and a little devious and not so aggressive. Because they're all kind of friendly guys. Because they're speakers and not fighters. They're lovers, not fighters. So yeah, this is the... If we start now, we get into the game. Let's go back to the menu. Actually, wait. What is this button? Oh, it's just... Okay. Discovery mode, adventure mode. So that's... I was confused. Is that... Can I choose more stuff here? No, I can't. Too bad. Okay, so... Yeah, let's go into the settings. Take a look at the settings, and then I will talk about some general stuff about the game, because the video gets really long, but there's so much more I want to talk about. So the setting menu is pretty okay, I think. The game sends some metrics back to the developer. You can turn this off if you want, which is very important that you can turn this off, but I think it's fine. Like, they don't use it, like, they just use it to improve the game, so I'm okay with that. You can skip intros and make quick encounter animations, which is really cool. I like if games allow that. I don't feel it's really necessary for this game because all the animations are pretty short. There are not too many of them either. Like, the encounter animations are the ones that take a while, but they're not like that. It's not like you have hundreds of them, so it's okay. You can change text speed, which is cool. Stuff like that, so that's good. Screen border camera panning makes sense. Some people might want to turn this off. I'm not sure why you would, but it's good to have the option. Options is always good. The video options are pretty good as well, actually, for a game like this. Like, nothing crazy, but you have window full screen and window borderless mode, which is really cool. Not a lot of games have that. I like this. You have resolution options, a lot of them. You can turn on and off VSync, and you can turn on and off particles, and you can change the turn text resolution. Ignore this. This will be out. This disabled text will be removed when the game is released. It's just because we're in a preview version here, preview build. I don't know. There could be more graphic options, I guess, but the game is not that demanding anyway, so it should be fine, I think. It's okay. There could always be more, obviously, but for a game like this is totally fine. And we have separate sound sliders for everything. Master music sound. That's perfect. Like, you don't need more. There's no voice acting or anything, so that's great. I like the setting menu. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, do we just sit here and I talk, or do I? Let's at least get into a game thingy. So choose an expedition. Let's just start one. Why not? Hungarian Fort, launch expedition. So there are multiple things I want to talk about. First, UI in the game. The UI in the game is, for the most part, pretty good. Like, it has a lot of tooltips and stuff, and shows stuff up. Like, they're basically everywhere tooltips. Like, if you go here, tooltip, 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 everything is tooltip. But sometimes their tooltips are missing for some things. I don't have a good example right now, but at some points I was like, oh, I could use a tooltip here. What does this do? And it doesn't. And the tooltips, like the tooltips in the combat, are a little worse than the ones here, I think, in the expedition map. In the expedition map, they're pretty good, though. Nice stuff. So that's pretty good. So what is about the global progression and stuff? So, as I said, this is kind of a roguelite. You're supposed to play this multiple times. There's no global progression except for unlocking characters as team captains, which is okay. But in combination with not having difficulty settings, I kind of feel this is a small problem. Not a huge problem. Oh, what the hell? That's bad. It's not a huge problem, but it's kind of a problem. Because basically what could happen is that you start the game for the first time. You have well, and you're a quick learner. Let's say you're a quick learner. So you start a game, you grasp the concept pretty fast, or you watched the video before, and so you kind of know what you're doing, and you get kind of lucky, and you beat the game on your first try. So what then? Obviously, you can start again, play with other characters, try to do a different style, because the game is very rich on mechanics, so there are a lot of different things you can try. There are a lot of different strategies overall you can choose from, and different characters as well, obviously. So that's not a big deal, but there's no extra challenge. Like you did beat everything the game has to offer already. So that's kind of sad, I think. I think what would be really good for this game would be a similar thing like FTL did, having an easy mode, which is actually really hard already, and it's beatable if you know what you're doing, but it's still a challenge and requires some luck. And if you did beat that, and you learned the ropes, you can start to play the real game and play a normal difficulty, and which is really hard, and you really have to have a good strategy and not just do random stuff. Like you have to have real plan from the beginning. Okay, I'm going for this. I focus on status or on gold or whatever, and have this real cool plan and a good combination of characters and get some luck, get a little lucky to beat it. So have a real challenge. And maybe like having even a New Game Plus mode at the end as well or something. I think that would have been good, but they don't have that, which is a little unfortunate. So this can potentially be a problem, I think. Oh, we're fighting. Okay. But it's not it's still the game will have a lot of it's kind of hard to predict how much time you will be able to have fun in this game, because it really depends on a lot of factors. So it looks like you can have a lot of, it can be really deep, because there are so many mechanics, there's so much to explore, so many different strategies and stuff. But at the same time, I only played it for like 5 hours now, I think, so I cannot really judge if it only looks like a lot of different strategies, or if it becomes kind of obvious later on if you dig deeper. What is a good strategy and what is not, and it kind of gets kind of stale. So I don't know, that might potentially be a problem, but I think you get at least like 10 hours or so out of it, but potentially hundreds, I don't know. Like, it's really hard to say after only playing for a few hours, but I have a lot of fun so far, so I'm continue playing it for now. We'll see how long that holds on though. And yeah, so much for that. There's actually one more point. So I actually wanted to talk about this a little earlier, but I kind of missed it. So the whole combat thing, like encounter thing, is like, oh, you don't have to fight. But in the end, that's cool from a flair perspective. Like, if you're looking at it from the story, like, oh, cool, like the animations, and they run away, and it has influence on the story and stuff. If you don't beat them and instead be friendly or something, that's all cool. That's all cool and nice. But from a game mechanics standpoint, it's completely irrelevant. Like, if you speak attack or physic attack, it doesn't matter. It's just another attack. It just will reduce the spirit or the hit points of your opponent. If it reaches 0, he's defeated. Like, there's no the game mechanics don't feel like it's not combat. If those things would be called differently, it would just be combat. There's nothing non-violent about this, about the speech. It's just, it looks different. Like, obviously from a flair perspective, this is cool, but this is like it's a pretty minor critique. But there are some games who nail this. Like, there are some games who nail the combination of mechanics and flair, and I don't think this is one of those games. Which is still, it's still a good game because the flair is cool and the mechanics are pretty good as well. Like, it's a really deep and interesting combat system, but it's still a combat system, and that doesn't match too well with the flair. So there's some, like, it's a minor issue, but I want to talk about it because it made, like, thinking about this made or increased the desire in me to actually have a game where you can have encounters which are where you can solve encounters by not fighting at all, like not having this, like more have like real social consequences. Like, for example, what is weird in here, like I can attack someone and then be friendly afterwards, and it will have effect on the same bar. And for example, if I like the emotions and stuff are not affected by others as well. So I can kill that one guy and then be friendly to the other guy, to his friend. I killed his friend, but he's still impressed by me or loves me or whatever. So it would be cool to have like a game where this is like a thing. You can basically, you kill one of the opponents and then your other characters like are shouting at the enemies and they all get scared and run away, for example, stuff like that. Or the enemies attack you and you are only defending and trying to to argue with them and or reason with them and make them stop attacking you and then solve the counter friendly and stuff like that. That would be cool, but this game is not that, which is okay. It's still a really cool combat system, but in the end it's a combat system and not like what it promises to be. But it's still really cool in my opinion, and the flare is really cool as well. As I said, I like the art style, I like the animations, I like the idea of having like a group of explorers going on to expeditions. And the characters are really cool as well. Like, I mean, this old grandma alone is really cool, and they're all like, all of the characters have their own animations and faces, like if they're happy or scared or whatever. I don't know, I really like it. There's a lot of detail in there, and the sheeps are, for example, the animations for the sheeps, if they love you, it's amazing. Like they're like, oh, you're so great. it's brilliant. I don't know, I laughed my ass off when I saw that the first time. It's just really cool. So yeah, I really like the game. Obviously it's not perfect. It could be better. But which game is perfect? Like, I don't know any game that is perfect. There are some games that are really close to perfect, but I never met a really perfect game. So, and this game is pretty good. I really like it so far. It's a lot of fun. I wonder how long it holds, or like what I said earlier. I wonder if those complex mechanics are actually as complex as they seem, or if there is like cheap strategies and stuff, or unbalanced stuff, which breaks that complexity down to some straightforward strategies or something, or if it is actually as complex as it looks, which would be cool, because that would allow actually for tons of hours of gameplay, especially if the developers choose to add like multiple difficulty levels, or something like that. But yeah, I think I think I said everything I want to say. Let me check. Actually, I have a list. I made a list of points what I want to talk about, but I think I talked about everything. Mechanics versus flair, check. A long time. Gameplay thanks to complexity, yep. Multiple difficulty levels, global progression, random victory and first try, good. Yeah, I talked about everything. Fine, so we can end the video. Great. it's just 1 hour. Oh, God damn it. But like, it's a really complex game, so I expect it to be really long. And I wanted to cover it in its full length because I really like the game. It's really cool. I really like it. But I'm repeating myself now, so I should end the video now. And yeah, my name is THPine. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm very thankful that you watched it. So thanks a lot for watching. I just said that. It's just my regular ending thingy. Thanks a lot for watching. Have fun. Always have fun. Very important thing in life. Always have fun. Have fun. Okay, that's... God! Okay, let's ignore the last 30 seconds again. Thanks a lot for watching. Have fun. And see you next time. And I wanted to repeat the name. I screwed up this. I'm really bad at ending videos. It's always the same thing. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so ignore the last minute. Thanks all for watching. This is Renowned Explorers International Society. I am THPine. Have fun and see you next time.